lot of you said on my last video that you really enjoyed the footage of me driving through the canyon, so I'm returning to this mine again, and once again I'm driving through this canyon. It is pretty scenic, it is pretty spectacular. Yeah, here it gets really narrow. Like I said in the other video, it's a two-way street here, so if a car is coming down and one's going up, there's going to be a meeting of the minds. But as I mentioned in the last video, I think the standard rule of practice is the vehicle that's traveling uphill has the right-of-way. So I'm going uphill in this direction, so if a car's coming the other way, I would have the right-of-way. But I guess that means that person would have to back up to a spot where there was enough room to pass, like maybe like right here, for example. I'm being joined today by Jeff and Kelli from OTG Exploring. They're behind me about 45 minutes. So I'll be hooking up with them and we're going to check out this incline shaft. Well, I'm back at the Lora Mine with Jeff and Kelli from OTG Exploring. This was the mine I didn't feel comfortable going down in when I was here not too long ago by myself. So let's check it out. So right here at the entrance to the shaft is this timber that's severely compromised. That's almost like the letter V, and it's holding up the hillside. So we don't want to bump that. But the rest of these timbers are really pretty big and pretty thick and pretty solid. See that in there? Okay, I'm sliding in. I got to sort of lay back because I don't want to bump that sagging timber. Yeah, like I mentioned last time I was here, these wooden rails you see are what the skip car would have come up on. There was a winch outside that they would crank and haul it up this track, and the rungs in between that are perpendicular, that was the ladder the miners would use. So anyway, yeah, this rock looks like it's really solid. Now, this was supposedly a lead mine, but I don't think that's quartz. They might have pulled a little gold out of here, but I think this was primarily a lead mine. Oh yeah, look back here. That is a huge packrat's nest. My God. Okay, I keep hearing something scurrying down here in the dirt beneath this ladder. It's probably a big packrat, I hope. But if you look here to the right, there's some stacked rock. They call that gobbing. The same thing here to the left. So there may have been a drift level here that went off in both directions. Here to the left, it would have gone over to that open stope that's now filled in. So this might have been the first drift level off of this incline shaft. See, that looks like it might have went somewhere where my light is. Yeah, you can see a little crawl space there. On this first drift level that went over to the open stope. I can see back in there. That goes kind of far. So yeah, that undoubtedly went to the stope. And yeah, there's a little gap there too, but that looks pretty big back behind there. So someone would have to come in here and dig this out. That's looking up the incline. Well, here's the bottom of the incline. Now this light colored rock you see here where my light is looks very suspicious to me, as if that was put here deliberately. And I think this incline might have gone a little bit further, but they blocked it off. That just looks so out of place, that rock. I don't think it fell from the overhead because that rock is kind of brownish red. That is like white. Looks like it was placed there deliberately. So anyway, that's it for this one. This is as far as we can go. So now you know what is in the Lora Mine. And so do I.